What's up, everyone? I'm laughing to myself back here. I don't know why. Happy Friday. Popping another triple S cherry. Joining me today, my guy, Terrell of SGPN and Betting Pros, and sadly, fellow Giants fan. What's going on?
Oh, I mean, it's the worst of times, but it's the best of times because you know what? We're a day closer to Daniel Jones no longer being a part of this organization, and hopefully Brian Dable too.
Yeah, you and I might be alone on that island where I don't know that we're like the most thrilled with Brian Dable.
No, he's an idiot. Like the Bill Belichick coaching tree is a horrible coaching tree. Like that is a horrible coaching tree. There's nothing good that. Matter of fact, no. Brian Flores came from that. But outside of Brian Flores, we got the wrong Brian. That's ultimate. We should have hired Brian.
Yeah,
we would have been good off. We would have been fine.
We did get the wrong Brian. Yeah, I don't know. I think everyone's like wants to keep convincing themselves. It almost makes me worried too, because when we do find our quarterback, are they going to let Dable do that and then end up like getting rid of him? It's kind of fucking annoying.
He's going to break him. We're going to get a new quarterback, and he's going to break him immediately because his offense is sleepy, and they don't want anybody with character like a Malik with Neighbors, a man of character, a man of prestige, a man that will go to a concert even though he has a concussion. It doesn't matter. Like those are the type of players we need. Those are the type of players that win games.
Yeah, we need a little character in our fucking vanilla room. Like I can't take it anymore. And they're gonna end up running him out of it.
Vanilla Vic ruined it.
We should have never nicknamed. Who nicknamed him?
It was Saquon. It was Saquon named him Vanilla Vic and then left. He then left. And then said, "Fuck it, left. I'm gonna give him all the confidence in the world. I'm gonna fucking leave." Like, oh my god, that's the real reason I hate Saquon. I don't hate him because he went to the Eagles. I hate because he gave Daniel Jones some confidence of thinking he was good and then left.
And they're still best friends. Then take him with you. Like
if he said he texted him.
Take him with you.
Please go take him right now.
If he was so good, you'd still be here, buddy. Thoughts about last night? Because I'll have my Giants rant at the end here with one of my last props with you. But any feelings about last night?
Somehow the Jets make it so much easier for us to be Giants fans because the Jets are an organization.
Yeah, gross.
I don't know, man. I mean, I kind of saw the writing on the wall. I thought the line was really, really weird. And so I was like, man, are the Jets going to somehow pull this out? And I mean, the Texans just let them hang around in that game. Like the Jets did not want to win that game. And as much as the Jets didn't want to win, the Texans clearly didn't want to win either. Kickers missing kicks. The one time I have a Fairburn over 1.5 threes, missing kicks left and right. I had to sweat that to the end. Like I don't know. I'm really. I think it's a one-off. There was nothing that the Jets could have did last night to make me think that they're a good football team, and I still don't think they're a good football team.
Yeah, I don't either. I think everyone's really cute, and I think that this is like the perfect. Everyone's gonna jump on the Jets bandwagon here. They're gonna be so happy that Adams scored a touchdown, and I just don't. There's nothing you can do to tell me that is a good football team. Can you talk me off of the Texans peaking in the next couple of weeks though? Because I think something's wrong with me, and I'm starting to buy in on like they're not good.
They're not good.
Yeah, I think they're gonna be fine though. I think they're
okay. They need Nico. That's it. Like they need Nico, and I think now, like everybody can't be. And I'm sorry that you put two Giants fans on a podcast that we're going to talk about it. Everybody can't be Eli Manning and make these trash receivers look good. Like everybody can't do it. Eli Manning was throwing the ball to Ruben Randall, and Ruben Randall was a near 1,000-yard receiver. Like, come on, everybody can't do that. So, unfortunately, like the issue was that a lot of the receivers just wasn't getting enough separation, and then the times that they did, CJ would miss them. And he's still a young quarterback. I think he's still really good, but he can't cover the offense. And Tank Dell had an amazing game because Tank Dell is a really good receiver. But outside of that, you're grasping at straws with Robert Woods, John Metchie. You see the talent, but it's not working for them. They need Nico back. When Nico comes back in this offense, I think they're going to be good again. But until then, I'm really not looking forward to watching the Texans week to week.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I think too, like everyone wants to be like the Texans. There's enough talent on that team where I think they can figure it out. And once Nico gets back there, the offense will look better. John Metchie, he's on the no bet list. Unfortunately, it's
we had CJ missed him. We had it. There was one catch where he was going to catch. I promise he was going for like 50. Like as soon as he got the ball in his hands, he was taking off. It was one catch that we had, and I know that was the latter.
It's not the first time a man has clowned me. It won't be the last, but that one was a one time and done. Like, I was like, your ass, no bet list. I can't do that. I literally looked like a little clown. I was like talking about him. He had it. And oh, fuck. All right, let's get into props this week. What's the first prop that you're looking at?
All right, where do we start? Do we go chronological order? Do we
let's do something. Let's ease into it. What's
all like right,
okay.
Let's ease into it. But this is a pretty regular one, but I've been doing it recently. Let's go with Devon Achane over 34.5 receiving yards against the Bills. If you look at the Bills this season, they've been really, really bad guarding the running back out of the backfield. You remember that during that Sunday night game, Justice Hill had that huge receiving game. And look at them over the course of the season, they're giving 54.8 yards receiving yards per game to the running back position. So you got Devon Achane there who owns this backfield when Tua's in the lineup. If you look at the regular numbers, you're going to see, oh, well, he hasn't been over in 4 of his last 5 games. Why are you playing this? Look deeper. He's 3 for 3 with Tua in the lineup. Tua gets this man the ball. He gets buku of targets whenever Tua's in the game. And so, yeah, I think he's clearly going to go over 34.5. He's going to get 7 or 8 targets in this game. And the ladder, the ladder is tempting. The ladder 50 plus is plus 180, 60 to plus 325, 70 plus is plus 525. And I would like to bring up to the people that he had 69 in the first meeting against the Bills this season.
Nice.
So, yeah, I like Achane to climb the ladder.
Do you think that Miami has any chance to win this game?
I think that there is a possibility because nobody's giving them a chance. And as we saw with the Jets on Thursday, that when nobody's giving you a chance, you somehow mistakenly have a chance. Because last week I thought the Cardinals had no chance of beating the Dolphins. And I thought the Dolphins were going to run away with that. And granted, I was right for about 3 quarters. But yeah, here, I just think that this is going to be a slightly closer game. I think the Bills are going to get the win regardless. But if this is something that goes into like overtime or this comes a 3-point game, I wouldn't be surprised. So I think the Bills are an amazing teaser leg this week. Like bringing the Bills down to a pick 'em in the teaser, I think is amazing because I think they're going to win the game regardless. It's just, hey, is Miami going to do the weird thing where they're down and then they get a bunch of garbage time points and now it doesn't look as bad as it was?
Yeah, I'm with you 100% on that. I saw David ask, how do you feel about the over 4.5 catches for Achane?
I do. I like it too. I think that's pretty solid. I think the reason I went the receiving yards is because, he's so explosive. He can take 1 catch for 20 plus yards, so your longest completion for him, I think, is pretty good as well. But I think the 4.5 catches isn't a bad look either.
Yeah, I'm going to stay running back wise. Panthers, and second in rushing yards to opposing running backs, Alvin Kamara. I mean, the first game, we'll just start here. First game against Carolina, 15 attempts, 83 yards, 1 tutty. Longest rush was 17. Also got some receiving work. His receiving work hasn't been like anything that attractive as of late, although I know that was like an early, everyone was running to it. I like his over 68.5 rushing yards. This feels very much like an Alvin Kamara, like 100+ yard game.
Yeah.
I don't feel like totally comfortable. Like, it's not something I'm going to ladder, but I do like that number sitting at 68.5 minus 114. His longest rush, very attractive, over 14.5. And I think if you want to play any of his receiving work, I like the longest reception, shocking to everyone, over 13.5 at minus 115. He just hasn't been getting like as much work. I with his car coming back, I would assume
he should be back.
Okay. Yeah, I don't care either way as far as it goes against the Panthers. Panthers are a bad football team, so that's about all I got to say about that.
No, I agree with you. I think that's a really good play. I looked at it. I almost wrote it down, but then I thought that you might have it written down yourself. And so I said, well, then let me go the road less traveled by. Taysom Hill over 25.5 rushing yards. What? Look, there's no Jamal Williams in this game. There's no Kendre Miller. Like, they're bringing up practice squad guys to fill in that backup running back slot. You don't need a backup running back. You got Taysom Hill. Why are you not running Taysom Hill here? And he got over this line with 35 in week 1 against this team. Like, Taysom Hill is going to go out here and randomly rush for like 30, 40 yards, and we're going to cash this easy. So, yes, I like your Alvin Kamara, and I will see you with Taysom Hill because I think both of them cash.
Throw them in a parlay and call it a freaking day. This is going to be the only nice thing I say about the Cowgirls the entire show. I kind of mentioned it on the Wednesday show, but I want to just reiterate it so that no one's like, you never say anything. Okay, CeeDee Lamb and Tolbert to go over their longest. This is all Dak has. I think against that Atlanta secondary, he's going to be able to take those shots. He doesn't really have an option. Those are the only things he can do. They've both gone over. Well, Tolbert's gone over 3 straight. He's sitting at 18.5. CeeDee's gone over every single game. So yeah, is he due to not? 25.5. He's gone over that every single fucking game this year. If you parlay the two, plus 238. If you add Mooney in because you want to be a little bit greedy, you can do that for plus 492. I like all of it. So you take
that. I was about to say Mooney's my guy. I agree.
I know. And he's going over too. I think he missed his longest like 1 week. Every other week he's gone over. I think it's at 20.5.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, then let me throw you talking about longest. I have a couple of plays, and
okay,
so we'll go to man. This Ravens defense has been horrible.
Oh, don't do it! Don't steal my shine, man.
Yes. Oh, you did it too.
Oh man.
Wait. No, there's no. Okay, so no way we have both of the same. Like I think one of them is very obvious, but I think the other one, I might be the only one on this one. But
I have 3 for the
oh my gosh. So Cortland Sutton for sure.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah. So you took the longest. I'll give out the regular receiving. It's at 48.5. He should dominate that. I mean, they've been horrible against wide receivers all this season, and they've actually really, really struggled against number 1 wide receivers. Rashee Rice went crazy before he got hurt. Devontae Adams, Jamar Chase. Like Sutton's been over this in 4 of his last 6 games. Like now, Bo Nix realizes how good wide receivers really are in the NFL, and that you could just throw it anywhere at them and they're going to catch it. And so now he keeps peppering him with targets. And the best thing about this is that Cortland Sutton lines up opposite from Marlon Humphrey all the time. Marlon Humphrey stays on that right side and in the slot, but never really on the left side. He's only lined up on the left side 1% of his snaps all season. Cortland Sutton lines up on the left side 55% of the time, meaning he's going to run into Brandon Stevens, who's on the left side 97% of the time for the Ravens. Stevens sucks. Stevens averages about 52.4 yards per game. I mean, we're hitting the line if he just gets Stevens and a couple of catches. So I like Peyton Stevens here. He's not really that good. I think Cortland Sutton can dominate this and climb the ladder as well. So I like Cortland Sutton over 48.5 receiving, 60 little baby plus 140. But when we get to 70, it's plus 220, plus 340 for 80. He had 100 yards last week, and now is plus 750 against this defense. Yes, please. I think he'll have another huge week.
Yeah, I think people are really, because everyone is so obsessed with the Ravens offense. They're still somehow like Joe Schmoes of the world are overlooking the fact that this is one of the best teams. Yes, for sure. Their secondary is booty cheeks ass, just like horrible. Like it's not good. The Ravens have given up like just shy of 40 plays of 20 plus yards in the air. They lead the fucking NFL, and that's by like 5. I think it's 38 or 39. It's by like 5 to the next team, and the next team is the Jacksonville Jaguars. You take your choice of longest. Cortland Sutton sitting at 20.5. He's gone over 6 of his last 7. Lucas Kroll over 10.5.
Right?
Two straight games. Who says no? Not me. And then Troy Franklin too. You pick,
that's the one.
Pick one of them. 13.5. 3 of his last 4. When he flies over this number. So I like all 3 of those guys to go over their longest. Bo Nix is, listen, I'm not ready to crown Bo Nix yet, but I think Bo Nix is playing good football, and I think against his secondary, he's going to be able to do what he does best here.
Yeah, no, I had Troy Franklin too over his 13.5 longest. Again, how much I just roasted Brandon Stevens. He gives up 14 yards per completion. Brandon Stevens, guess who lines up on the left side of the field right behind Cortland Sutton is Troy Franklin 23% of the time. So yeah, I 100%. I think that's a great play. And Bo Nix, I mean, I'm not going to sit out here and say he's good because I've seen him target 2 receivers and throw it perfectly in the middle of both of them. So I've seen that
the
happen.
game's disgusting.
So I'm not going to say he's great, but I think Sean Payton refuses to let him fail. Like, I don't think Sean Payton is going to go out there and say, hey, we're going to make sure that Bo Nix is the reason that we lose this game, or we're going to put a bunch of pressure on him. Like, he constantly has him in good situations. So as much as I like these receivers, I guess I got to like Bo Nix too.
Yeah, I know. I don't really want to like him though, but I don't even know what his passing line is at, but it's probably something that I would take a look at even.
I think he's like, and his he's really been running on the ground, man. Like maybe a rushing and receiving type thing.
A little bit. He does.
Yeah, rushing, receiving, 2 touchdowns. Look, 2 touchdowns for Bo Nix, 2 touchdowns. Cortland Sutton is 24-1. I can see a way that this just gets out of hand for the Ravens, and you have some Bo Nix and Cortland Sutton just taking this game completely over and keeping them in it. So I love a Bo Nix, Cortland Sutton type of parlay.
I'm totally with you there. What else are you looking at in these games?
Let's see. Well, let's just go ahead and get this out the way because you did give the Cowgirls some love. So I guess I'll give the City of Brotherly Love some love too, because Jalen Hurts passing yards is comically low at this point.
Yeah, it is.
And it's because he sucks. I mean, I truly do think that Jalen Hurts sucks. But however, God hates Jags. He does. And he hates them in the worst of ways. And so the Jags, we have Jalen Hurts, who is at 210.5 passing yards. The Jags have literally given that up to every single game this season, except the game that was quarterbacked by Deshaun Watson.
It's bad. It's so bad. I have a sticky note just on how bad it is for show I was on. 5.8 yards per attempt on the fucking road the Jags are giving up.
Dog. Deshaun Watson is the only quarterback that could not get over.
And he's ass. He doesn't even fucking count. Like, that doesn't count. That's the perfect example of we don't even include that. That was a joke. The Jags are too, I'm pissed because the Eagles are going to have a really good game against this team.
Yeah, they are. They're probably going to win somebody $1 million this week. So Jalen Hurts, you can get him at 225 for plus 116. You can get him at 250 for plus 235, 275 for plus 450. Like, I can't tell you, they can't cover wide receivers. They can't cover running backs. You have Saquon. You have these assortment of wide receivers. Like, they're going to absolutely destroy this team.
They're going to destroy them. And I don't know what the Jags' plan is either. Like, let's just fire sale our team. Like, Cam Robinson going to the Vikings, that just kind of sealed the deal for me that this team is so deeply unserious. So I'm with you on that one. Let me see what else I have here. Maybe we'll get a little bit of I'll wait to do this one. Okay, Hawkin Dad. He's back. Gosh. He's back. I don't care. I'm going right in. I don't even care. I think this is the lowest you're going to see these numbers. I think he's coming back at the right time. Sam Darnold, this is exactly what he needs. He needs someone in the middle of the field. He's going to get Hawkinson back. I like the latter. I'm going to be honest. You tell me where you want to start it. I'm fine to start it at 40 plus. I think that this Hawkinson's still going to get involved. You know what I really like though? First half touchdown plus 550.
Ooh, first half.
Whoa. Yeah, I like it. Yep, I like it.
Oh, it's crazy over here. Wow.
I think he could have came back 2 games ago. I think they took their time with him just to make sure he was 150%. So I'm in on Hawkinson. It's going to be a very unpopular opinion there, but they said his receiving lines is at like 37.5. Come on.
Yeah, no, I have no issue with it. I have no issue with it at all. I'll keep you in that same game because
all right. I have another one back there too. Let's see.
As much as everybody talks about this Vikings defense, they constantly give up passing yards. And I think it's because they create turnovers and they force you to stop in the red zone that it looks better than what it is. But Joe Flacco has won this team over. This team is about to get up for Joe Flacco here. Joe Flacco's passing yards are at 235.5. He's been over in 7 of his last 10 games. And I'm telling you, the only games that he missed was one when he came in relief for AR against the Steelers, when he played against a really good Titans defense, and then when he came in because AR got tired against the Texans. Those are the only times he's not covered this line. So first of all, this is free money. 235.5 is free money. Now, it's how much free money do you want? Because plus 250 is plus 134. That's cool. Plus 275 is plus 240, and 300 is 475. He's had a 300-yard game this season. This is what he does. This team is about to get up in this spot, and they're a dog. I think they're going to cover as a dog on the road here. They're in a dome. Like, this is Joe Flacco conditions for him to just cook this defense.
Yeah, I think too, and everyone, I've heard a lot of people wanting to just taking the last two games and being like, their rushing D is not that bad. I don't know. I think it's more they're getting a little bit exposed in that sense as well. So I'm with you on that. I think Flacco, and I didn't take a look at them, ran out of time, but I think if you look at like a Pittman longest, all those guys longest, that's definitely a game to attack. And going into this season, I've said it a million times. I mean, if you watch the show at all, it's been the one thing I've been talking about since the summer. This secondary was always my actual concern for this team. It was not Brian Flores figuring out a way to get a pass. It was always going to be the secondary. And I think that there's probably a huge opportunity in the market. I don't know what those numbers look like, especially because they're throwing disrespect on Flacco. You look at what they're setting his passing yards at and all. Staying in that
for somebody
game,
that just launches it downfield. He launches the
all
ball.
Yeah, let old man Flacco cook, all right? Like, let the guy do his thing. And I think even if Anthony were to have to come in for whatever reason, I think he can still cover some of those longest reception numbers if he had to. Poor Anthony. I feel bad.
Yeah, I mean, that's really where this ends. Like, that's how this story ends. Joe Flacco comes in, he looks great for a while, and then at some point he's going to get hurt.
Yeah,
like
100%.
This is 100% happening. So enjoy the Joe Flacco. This game is going to be what everybody wanted Jameis to be last week. And what Jameis came through for, Joe Flacco is going to come through this week and probably get a money line win, because I'm just not sold on this Vikings team. I haven't been.
Yeah, I have mixed feelings. I'm kind of sold on them, but then I'm going to jump off the boat like pretty quickly if they lose to the Colts, to be completely honest. So I'm kind of a fake staying in this game. And shout out to my guy, Thor. I don't know if you guys have seen the NFL rap recaps he does, and he also dropped a new song today, so check it out. But he brought this to my attention. JT to go over 14.5 receiving yards.
Wow.
Freaking love that number. He's gone over 3 of the last 4. Flew over it with Flacco if you want to get super crazy. I also like his 2.5 receptions going over that for plus 140. JT just seems to get involved. Flacco and that guy's going to spread the ball out as well. I like it. Anything else you're looking at?
Well, I guess this is about good time to just go ahead and throw our guy out there, because they comically set Neighbors receptions at 6.5 at plus money. I have no idea why that's not like minus 150, but sure, I will take it against what I know. And of course, the rest of the league can prove it to be wrong as much as they want. I know this Commander's secondary sucks. I know. I'm
positive.
I am 100%. Everybody can drink the Kool-Aid all they want. I know this defense is not good, and they are 100% suspect to the pass. And Neighbors is just going to do what Neighbors does. He's going to get open, and all I need is for a buffoon to just get the ball there. That's it.
Yeah,
just get the ball there. I think I could get the ball there. If I could get the ball there, he could get the ball there.
Not to be controversial, but like, did you kind of think? No, you're going to hate this take. This is a bad take. I'm going to say it out loud, though. I don't think Dale was getting the ball out that slow last week. Like, I kind of didn't think it was that bad.
No, it's just he's painfully inaccurate. He's just painfully inaccurate. Like, he literally, and it's so funny so many times that, like, it's the little inaccuracies of, like, hey, maybe put the ball in the guy's chest, not a couple inches behind him, maybe not lean to the dirt where he could potentially have a drop.
The overthrowing. I can't fucking take that anymore. Too many years. I'm so fucking sick. That's the one thing, like, you want to see me get mad? It's the overthrowing.
And And then it's like Neighbors, they'll go and they'll be like, oh, Neighbors has a drop problem. Well, I mean, the ball was almost at his feet. Like, it's kind of hard. Now you just made a easy catch, a rather hard catch. Like, of course he probably dropped it. So yeah, I'm just I'm over Daniel Jones. Like, I'm really, really
but it's our last year. It's always been the farewell tour. But
I mean, I would much rather see Drew Lock here. Me personally, I would much rather.
I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to say his name. But I think
no, he doesn't exist. He doesn't exist. No.
I don't want to see any of them. I don't even care. Like, just I'm just ready for next year. Like, I think I'm done. I've got my hands up.
Hopefully it's figured out next year and it's not Russ.
It's gonna end up being Russ.
I know it's gonna be Russ, and that's what's making me frustrated because I know it's
Russ or Jameis. If Jameis goes on a winning streak,
they would love Russ. Russ is literally the type of quarterback they want. It's 100% gonna be Russ.
Yeah, the Maras would love Russ. That is a Maras quarterback.
And then Sierra's gonna be there around there singing too. Like, they're gonna have a ball. Like, they are gonna love that. And it's so crazy because they're not looking at Jameis. Like, Jameis is clearly the option going forward.
Yeah. Ugh. I'm going to stay in that game, though. And this is Giants player. I feel like I've DM'd you like 1,000 fucking times because I get so annoyed because you do not see this player until the second half. You usually don't see this player until the fourth quarter when Brian Daboll fucking realizes he's on the fucking team, and it's Theo Johnson. Yeah. And I think that this is the last week that you are going to get a line of 14.5 yards. No, thank you. That's crazy. Easily over -113. It probably is going to be something you're sweating. It may not hit till the fourth quarter. It'll probably hit at least at some point in the third, last drive, whatever it is. He's gone over this 3 of the last 4. In those 3, over 30 plus yards, over his longest reception. That's at 10.5. If you feel more comfortable with that, do it. But you know, the only time you haven't seen him go over this is when he doesn't get a target. If he's getting targeted in a game, he's going over this number. I think it's the last week we see a number like this. I think next week it'll probably be at like 18.5. I'm fine taking this number. I know I tweeted about, I found a prop that I was obsessed with. This was the one. I think 14.5 is too low for this guy. If Brian Daboll isn't a complete fucking moron, which this is what you do. I mean, the Commanders just gave up like, I don't even know. I think I see Rio in the chat. It gave up like 60 plus fucking yards to Sanders from the Panthers. Like, Theo Johnson's a big boy. Get him the ball. He's got a little bit of that yak action too.
I know that because I'm not betting him, because I'm not giving Theo any money this week. But I know because I'm not betting him this week that he's 100% going off. He's probably going to get in the end zone because I didn't bet him.
Okay, that's good. I actually need to bet his touchdown. That's a good call.
I did it last week, and I just know it's going to happen the week I don't do it, and that's why I'm giving the people what they want, which is a Theo Johnson.
Thank you. Touchdown. That's very kind of you. It's a nice gift. Yeah. Anything else you're looking at before I start wrapping up and letting you fucking enjoy your Friday instead of being on a show with me?
I got what I am enjoying my Friday. I'm having a great time. But they don't have a line out on them yet. Sometimes they're just so late with some of these props, but
lately too, it's bad. Yeah,
Jayden Reed against the Lions. The Lions are another team, much like the Vikings, who hide a good defense or say that they have a good defense, but they're actually masking the fact that they can't guard receivers for shit, at all. And it just, I mean, I keep constantly remembering of the Seahawks game, of how the Seahawks actually were somehow in that game, even though they were getting destroyed completely. Through. They just kept being in it because they kept getting big plays. Well, guess who's Mr. Big Play for over here in the Green Bay Packers is Jayden Reed. And Jayden Reed has the great matchup of Amik Robertson or Roberson in the slot, and who actually gives up, I believe, 68 yards per game in his attempts and catches. So I think that's a really, really good matchup for Jayden Reed. I like Jayden Reed along his completion. I like Jayden Reed to go over his yards. I think he can even get in a touchdown. This could be one of those, hey, Jayden Reed might not have a whole bunch of catches, but he's going to get a bunch of yards in those catches and probably find his way into the end zone.
I like it. I'm definitely going to go bet that. What's his touchdown? Do we know his touchdown number is sitting at?
We'll see. I think it's at plus 165.
Okay. Oh, I like it. I didn't see anything out for this guy, and this is probably the last thing I'd give. Actually, well, there's 2, and I didn't look. Actually, 3 things. I don't have the numbers for them. Kate Otten, Chiefs are very bad against the tight ends.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I don't care what the number is. I'm definitely going to be laddering that. We'll be taking him anytime touchdown. Cowboys, bad team versus the run. I think Bijan and I think Tyler Algier, if you want to get he hasn't been great, hasn't been heavily involved, but this feels like an Algier week. And then what's up with this?
They love him with that zone running scheme.
They do. Love how
he looks through it and his vision. So I could 100% see Tyler Algier having 6-7 attempts and still getting to 50+ yards.
100%. Yeah, I love him. He's one of my underrated favorite players to watch. I just think he's such a good player. Jalen Coker.
Oh my God, you got it. Bro, I have him written down too. What? Yes. 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 I have his name written. Wow, I did not. Whoa, I'm really shocked because I did not think you were going to say his name. Okay, I wasn't even going to give that out. Yes.
We might have to bet him what is his? I'm going to pull it up. Let's see what it is.
They don't have anything out for him yet. And that's what's really frustrating. But I was 100%
they're scared. Are you guys scared? Probably.
The Saints in the slot really, really bad. And Jalen Coker, I think he's not bad. Exactly. I think he's actually a really good. And Bryce, if you're open, Bryce can find you. It's just the fact that if you're not got
it. His receiving yards are 34.5.
They are.
Yeah. Plus 460 to get a touchdown. Say less, please, everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. You take a couple of steps to a ladder on that as well. I really think in garbage time, especially, Coker can really, really make some things happen.
2 touchdowns, 65-1. I'm good.
Oh,
I'm good on that.
What? I'm about to book another trip. 65-1. Okay.
Remember Cedric Tillman last week, guys? Remember that? Who says
Jalen Shed Powder?
Shed Powder. Fucking Ryan back there. Any last props before I let you get out of here?
No, you took the last one. That Jalen. I'm 100%. I'm on Coker, and I'm with you. I'll take the touchdown, the 2 touchdowns. Why not? Why can't he? There's literally nobody else to throw the ball to.
Coker's about to get me a trip to Columbia. We're gonna go to Columbia, and Coker cashes 2 touchdowns.
You know what? My brother lives in Columbia. That's funny that you say that. Yeah.
Oh, I went to Columbia.
He lives in what's that place called? Medellin or something like that.
Medellin. Trust me, I spent time over there. I love Columbia. I went during COVID. I was there for 3.5 weeks. It was a great time.
Yeah,
it was a great time.
3.5 weeks.
Yeah, why not?
Just ran away. Said, "Let me get out of here. COVID's over there. I'm running away."
I'm good. I've been out there. It's such a good time. Why don't you let people know where they can find you?
You can find me at reallyreal _ on X. And Sports Gambling Podcast Network, Betting Pros. I do it all over there. A lot of NBA content, NFL, college football content. So check me out.
You're the best. Got to get you on again soon. Be sure to get in your Coker 2 touchdowns.
My Shed Powder 2 touchdowns for sure.
Shed Powder. I'll see you later.
All right.
Bye. I'll let producer Ryan jump on.
I loved how Terrell was like, "I'm on Coker.
I'm
on Coker."
We need to print shirts that say I'm on Coker. Also, if you're watching, hit the like button, hit subscribe before we get out of here. We'll be back next week on Wednesday. Do you have any thoughts on the Arizona game before we get out of here?
No, I didn't tell you my story from last weekend.
You can tell the people the story.
My Arizona story.
Yeah, the Shed Powder story.
The Shed Powder story. Did you hear it on Sports Gambling Podcast?
You told me it.
Oh, I told it to you. Okay.
And I heard it on Sports Gambling. But let our people know before we wrap up.
So I'll tell it real fast. I went over to a friend's place to watch the Arizona game last week, and a bunch of people were over there. It's a big house, and rich friend, yeah, rich friend actually,
rich friend.
And yes, and so one of my friends had a bag of Shed Powder, and he said, and he never gets good Coke, so I said I'm not going to do it, right?
Yeah,
I don't do Shed Powder usually.
You don't.
But he's like, no. And he goes, if the Cardinals win, take a line. I said, okay.
Because you were already down. Like, you guys should not have won that.
I was already down. I didn't think we'd win. And so then they won, and I had to do it, and it was good. And I got really hyper.
And then what did you bet?
I live bet on the Commanders to beat the Bears because I love Jaden Daniels from ASU and days. And
it's on brand. ASU, shed powder. It's all one fucking thing. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. And so then I'm like, I'm partying and forget about the game for a little while. And I come back in at the end and I'm like joking with my friends. I'm like, he's totally going to get this. I'm like acting real confident. You know, ever fake act confident? Like, oh yeah, I'm going to get this. And then you actually get it, you know? And I went ape. I mean, I won $500 on that one Hail Mary.
And what were the odds? Was it plus 600 or what was it? Plus 500, would you say?
Whatever it was. I think I bet like 125 or something like that to get close to 500. I can't remember. It was like I was just like, oh, I'll just throw. I'll try to get it to 500.
The only like betting story that I have that even like comes remotely close to that, and only people that have been following me like a long time know this. Like the first time I got into the betting space, I don't even know the name of the show. I had to call in. It wasn't even like on video, and I had to give out one bet.
Mm-hmm.
I had to give out one bet for the Super Bowl, the Chiefs Tampa Super Bowl. And I gave out Gronk first touchdown.
Yeah, you've told me this before. That's so good.
The first touchdown, it was Gronk. That's the only, like the last time that I can explain that. Although this past week it was Cedric Tillman getting his second touchdown was kind of electric as well. But I didn't bet as much on that. But that was purely off of like just like crackhead energy. Gronk went to my alma mater. Like, we're just going to pick a name and go for it. And it was awesome because he had not played for a couple weeks. He was kind of like in and out, like a few catches here and there. And then, it was great. It's such a good feeling. That's why we're hooked.
That's why you do it. That's why we're here, people. That's why we do it for the rush.
Yeah.
Also, Halloween last night. Boom.
Oh, yeah.
Bill Belichick's 23-year-old girlfriend.
Oh, no. Did you see her mermaid costume?
No.
It's worse. Oh, can you go look for yourself on Twitter while I like yap about this? I'm kind of happy for Bill Belichick. Like he's not coming back to coaching, just so everyone knows. He has a hot little baddie with a snatched little waist. He is not coming back to coach football. He's got a podcast. Like, it's done. It's done for him. I kind of like her.
No way. No way.
I swear. Isn't that ridiculous?
No way.
Grabbing her boob. Do you see her doing that? It's so slutty.
It is. Wait, it's kind of hot.
Like
let me
boob and part of it.
Let me show. Can I show my screen?
I don't know. What's on there?
Share screen. Yeah. Window. Yes. Bill Belichick's girlfriend. Boom.
Can we zoom in, please? She's grabbing her. Is this the one she grabs her tin? Because she's like really, I don't know. It's like sultry. I'm like,
oh my God. It looks like she's his like it's a creepy granddaughter situation.
I know, but it's like, I'm kind of like into it. Like, I hope she starts. I don't know. It's like cute.
What part are you into?
I don't know. Like, I feel like also this is so bold and I tweeted it yesterday, so I'm allowed to say it on my show, but like, I feel like he's going to get her pregnant. I just like bold prediction by like halfway through 2025, I just feel like she's going to be pregnant. Although I've heard she's a very like intelligent, not that intelligent people can't get pregnant, but like, I've heard that she does date like guys of like status and like she's a very intelligent, well-spoken human being, whatever. So she's probably on birth control, but I just like feel like, I don't know. I think she's going to have his baby.
Bill Belichick power. Boom. Boom. All right. Yeah.
Strong swimmers, you know, that's where it like comes from.
How many kids does he have already?
I don't know. I think he has a handful.
Well, because some of them are coaching for him.
Oh,
or
yeah.
we're coaching for
one
him.
that's like all fucking weird. Yeah, I think there's 2 of them. I made that up. I actually genuinely made that number up. I have no idea.
Bill Belichick kids. He's got 3 kids. Amanda, Steve, and Brian.
I knew Amanda was one. I knew there was a girl. Well, I hope they're excited for their new
stepmom.
Yeah, new
how old? Oh, here, let's find out how old his kid real quick.
Double her fucking age.
Yeah, let's just find out how old his kids are real fast. And then we'll go. I can't. Where do you find out how old they are? Family.
I'll do Steven. Look up Amanda. Steven. He is
daughter Amanda played lacrosse at Wesleyan.
37.
She's 37.
No, Steven is 37.
Oh, Steven plus 37.
I think he's had like multiple not moms. that doesn't make any sense. Multiple wives. I can't. How old is Amanda? Amanda, how old are you? God.
Who's had multiple wives? Belichick
has what?
How many wives does Belichick have?
I think he only has one. He has one ex-wife.
Clark, 1977 to 2006. They had 3 children.
Yes, and then he was dating that pretty blonde cutie pie for a little bit. Like age appropriate. She was age appropriate though.
Oh, okay.
Not that this is inappropriate. Like I'm very pro age gap. This is a pro age gap show.
What is the oldest guy you would date?
Not that old. My ex was is 39. So no, he's 40. He's 40. I don't know. A little bit older, right? All right, knock it off. Oldest guy I would date, probably 10 years older than me.
Oldest guy you would sleep with. Name a celebrity. Oldest celebrity you would sleep with.
Bill Belichick. Just to say I did it. Okay. All right. We're going to wrap it up on that note. We will see you guys Wednesday. I will get up the rest of my props. I'm going to do a longest reception prop. Quad D's will be back next week. I know I've been slacking on that, but hit like, subscribe, and we will see you next week.
Absolutely. And I did that because I wasn't on my outro yet. And
That's
so I'm
okay.
still talking.
To make it, break it, break it, break it.